sup? So we're gonna go over the Rumble, majorly the main show, because I don't give a fuck about Nakamura regaining back the United States title, Buddy Murphy against defeating Hideo Itami, Akira Tozawa, Kalisto, even though Kalisto hasn't been relevant and he's been performing mainly for the Lucha, I don't care, House Party, Lucha House Party, whatever. Those were your kickoff matches. The major matches, we have so much faith in our women's division. We wanted to get so good that we opened with two boring women's title matches. Two, no build up. They keep debuting the women's tag titles. When are they gonna make a tournament? When are they gonna do something for it? When? Really? So we kicked off with Asuka versus Becky Lynch, and other than Becky Lynch earning nothing, earning a title shot for it, they did nothing for build up. Now you see me praise Shayna Baszler and Bianca Belair's match, but fuck, I've anticipated nothing coming into the Asuka and Becky Lynch match. All because Asuka and Becky Lynch is tremendous wrestlers. What can they do portraying a story, really? What can they do? All I watched was a few subpar moves. Becky Lynch trying to think that she's technical. Asuka trying her hardest, all because she primarily knows Japanese, means that she can use that as intimidation, just so she can shout out moves. It was an incredibly dull match, and this is what the entire pay-per-view was. Dull. It was dull. There's no other matches coming into the show that were big that actually kept me, in an unpredictable state. I'm serious here. I tried my hardest trying to start to watch the two opening matches in the show because I don't care about the kickoff because I'm not that into wrestling. I don't like that anymore at all. If it was 2013, hell yeah, I would watch a kickoff match. I would love to. I wouldn't mind watching one kickoff match. There were 3 kickoff matches, and there was like 4 different matches, and none of them were tag team titles. None of them. Because we had 2 Royal Rumbles. You see how that doesn't work out? But whatever. It's all inclusion. It's all inclusion. Whatever. Whatever. It just took Asuka winning off her regular submission hold to just win, even though Becky Lynch was near fall after near fall. Super big exploder from Michael Cole he thinks any extended move from the top, he just calls it super German suplex from the top. It was just a stupid match. Next up was Shane McMahon and The Miz against The Bar for the tag team titles. They've been trying to sketch this as being a high over tag team, something you must watch. Miz, that's been a heel and completely against the establishment, thanks over his time as champion. They've been trying to fuck him over as champion since. Now he wants to associate with Shane McMahon, not for no end game. He wanted to win the tag team titles. I know maybe later in the year he might say that he'll manipulate Shane, but they could have just won the tag titles on SmackDown and then lose it at the Royal Rumble to do something else to build up for a storyline. There's no need for this to be on pay-per-view. Really. No reason for this to be on the network. For Shane to just for Shane to have a match. Defeating the Bar to become tag team champions. There was nothing recallable in this match except Shane did an elbow drop and shit. Next was, I'm not going that into it because I missed the match. Next was, okay, I gotta say, there was a few positives, maybe, because they wanted to portray more of the heel out of Sasha Banks. Thanks for trying to get this indestructible baby face out of Ronda Rousey, but she was trying to sell the arm, but she still did lifting moves. Nothing about this was suspenseful. Ronda won by a shitty fireman's carry takedown. The rest of the match was just beatdown after beatdown, near fall after near fall, because that's every match. what for these two women's title matches? What was the major reason why these women had to fight? Just had no redeemable storyline into it. It's been a few months. It's been like maybe a couple months since we've seen Sasha Banks in the championship program. Whatever. There was nothing that interesting. Yeah, they. It took 4 weeks for her to have a title opportunity, while it took Bianca Belair months, and it was more entertaining to watch than this piece of shit. There was not enough build-up. There was not a lot of establishment. You never had any backstage segments. You had corny, crappy, instigating interviews after the match that shows no suspense, that shows no interest. Thanks, you just push it up to her face for a fucking microphone to come after a match. Excuse the language, but that was just what it could have been a better show. This could have been a better show. Not saying, ooh, Braun Strowman could have won. Anybody could have won, and it could have been all right. I thought Drew McIntyre would last in the last 3, but it was Dolph freaking Ziggler. Excuse me. I anticipated a lot more in this pay-per-view. I really did. Next, Sasha Banks gave her respect after that. Then there was the women's battle royal. I zoned out halfway through. As soon as it hit number 16, I was off going out somewhere. It was crap. Battle royal was crap. Had a few surprise spots. Beth Phoenix was there on commentary. Becky Lynch was number 30 and won the damn thing because they still want her to be in a championship program by calling herself the man, and that means I have to take her seriously. Come on, folks. As much as I don't mind Becky Lynch heel, this isn't how you establish much of a good character. I'm just saying. As much as these people try to break the fourth wall, that they listen to the fans, they can't wrestle. It takes more than that. Then you can't wrestle. I need more. You had a battle royal. Shayna Baszler. Nikki Cross always looks like she has the Tasmanian devil as her freaking vibrator. We had a few decent spots. Nia Jax was number 30 in the battle royal in the Royal Rumble. The male Royal Rumble. Things I have to say that now. The male Royal Rumble. It was crap. And Nia Jax made one special appearance that was better than the entire female Royal Rumble. And as harsh I want to be in this entire show, I can't. I have to. I do that with every show. I didn't give NXT a good rating, the best rating. I gave it like a 7 out of 10. That's above average. Sometimes I feel like 6 out of 10 should be the average instead of 5. Next, Naomi did do some BS. Trying to be like Kofi Kingston because she's black and athletic. I'm joking. I'm not going to make that joke. Oh, boy, you folks thought I was fucked up. But, come on. This could have been way better. There were some good saves, though. There were some interesting saves. I find the Royal Rumble should have gotten more with Charlotte and Jen. Becky Lynch coming out of nowhere because she just had a championship match. But she's one of the primary wrestlers, even though Charlotte actually is a characteristic. She can be in the mic. She's comfortable on the mic, and she's a good wrestler. Why not just let her win the Royal Rumble to be done with? Why there has to be some woman that nobody takes that seriously as a wrestler? No disrespect on Becky Lynch's part. I'm just saying, I'd rather want Charlotte Flair than Becky Lynch. Because this was it. This was the list. Number 1, Lacey Evans, Natalya, Amanda Rose, Liv Morgan, Mickie James, Amber Moon, Billie Kay, Nikki Cross, Peyton Royce, Tamina, Ag from NXT, Lee from NXT, Sarah Logan, Charlotte Flair, Kairi Sane from NXT, Maria Kanellis that hasn't been shown on TV for months, Naomi, Candice LeRae, for some apparent reason. Alicia Fox, Casey Corazino, Selena Vega, Ruby Riott, Dana Brooke. That's barely won a match. Io Shirai. Really? Rhea Ripley, Sonya Deville, Alexa Bliss, because she already announced that she was competing. Bayley, that was the number 27 spot. It was supposed to be Lana, but it was Becky Lynch. Nia Jax was number 29, and Carmella was number 30. Becky Lynch won anyway. It was a crappy battle Royal Rumble. Next was the WWE title with at least something happen? Eric Rowan came out of nowhere over a false finish after false finish. Yes, locked and calf crusher. We've seen this match before. Hell, they wrestled on SmackDown for the WWE title. I don't have to call most of the moves because it was just crap. It was a regular Daniel Bryan and AJ Styles affair. That was a mid-card feud at best. As much as you want to, I'll applaud the fact that Daniel Bryan seems okay in his heel run. But anything else, it's an Intercontinental Championship gimmick. It's not that impressive. Next up, Eric Rowan trying to interfere and beating the crap out of AJ Styles. This was not built up for most of the show, so obviously I do not find it concerned. But if they're trying to find somebody, some big muscle for Daniel Bryan, whatever, at least they're trying to do something with him. Whatever. The show was getting worse by then. Next was the NXT title match with Finn Balor and Brock Lesnar. Finn Balor started hot, a few drop kicks. Then Lesnar hit suplex, the Kimura lock after coup de grace, a few coup de grace to Lesnar. You know, it's almost every match with Brock Lesnar now that it doesn't even, matter anymore. It's either Lesnar starts to dominate or the challenger starts to dominate. Then Lesnar gets on this bullshit hot streak, then comes out with the victor. In my opinion, why don't you change the pace? Why? Lesnar faced the likes of The Undertaker, that already in the WWE back then was like 12 years into the WWE and was able to be nearly equally matched as the young upstart Brock Lesnar. Rock, Goldberg, Braun Strowman somehow couldn't be equally matched against the aging Brock Lesnar? Are you serious? And he comes just winning off a submission hold? And why wasn't Finn Balor on demon mode? I thought people wanted to see that. Not this BS Abercrombie and Fitch wearing dude Finn Balor that came ill prepared for a match that he was destined to lose. Because imagine if Finn Balor did win back the Universal title. What build up would that be? Finn Balor, that's been injury prone since he got into the WWE. That has not been a major ticket seller for the WWE. A guy that's not been high stock wise to be at WrestleMania, so it's obvious that they would keep the belt on Brock Lesnar. I wouldn't blame them, but they could have just kept him as Demon permanently, but the body paint is too much money and too much time. Next up was the men's battle royal. The men's battle royal. Come on, folks. I'm trying not hard to cringe. I'm trying hard not to cringe. So here's the list. Got this on my phone right now. Elias Sampson, Jeff Jarrett, Shinsuke Nakamura, Kurt Angle, Big E Langston, Johnny Gargano, Jinder Mahal, Samoa Joe, Kurt Hawkins, Seth Rollins, Titus O'Neil, Kofi Kingston, Mustafa Ali, Dean Ambrose, No Way Jose. That was eliminated in the first fucking time he got in there. They were trying to monitor for records. Yeah, I think it was Jerry King Lawler and somebody else calling with him. Drew McIntyre, Xavier Woods, Pete Dunne from NXT. Andrade, Apollo Crews, then Aleister Black from NXT. Shelton Benjamin, Baron Corbin, Jeff Hardy, Rey Mysterio, Bobby Lashley, Braun Strowman, Dolph Ziggler, Randy Orton, And what was supposed to be R-Truth was Nia Jax. Sorry, did I say Johnny Gargano? Johnny Gargano was in the show. Yeah, Johnny Gargano was a special appearance. That's it. That's it. There was a few good moves. Obviously, they wanted to save time because what was more predictable? Everybody just taking in the ring, or Braun Strowman and Seth Rollins obviously getting taken out outside when Braun Strowman stupidly just got speared off the ring and Seth Rollins got hit on a table. Really? How else do you think these guys were going to last the entire match? Do you really suspect them to punch slowly and slowly lift their opponent outside the ring for at least half an hour? Really, they brought no weapons, no interesting subplots, no factions to interfere. This was a really disinteresting Rumble. This was a really boring pay-per-view, especially for two Royal Rumbles. No legends, no special surprises. You bring Aleister Black, Johnny Gargano. That's nice and all, but you know, whenever you bring up NXT now, it's Velveteen Dream. So why not him? Kairi Sane was nice. That was nice. People like Kairi Sane. But really, the rest of the show was false finish, false finish. They make everything generic, even though we know different stipulation matches are more suspenseful than just regular one-on-one near falls. Really? Pay-per-view gets a 4 out of 5. I'm sorry. This was just a poor Royal Rumble. Even though Seth Rollins won, really not that well deserved. It was really, and he stayed out for a half of the Rumble. Out of getting hit on a table. Well, this guy got hit on multiple ladders for the WWE title. You're telling me right now, just one table, and he's okay to not compete for half of the Rumble? Especially for Braun Strowman, he suffered a lot more. But that's it? Really? This was a really poor Rumble. Thanks for watching. I'm gonna kill Puppy.